Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hi guys. Hello. Hi everybody. Thank you for joining in. I hope you all are having a really great day and most importantly taking good care of yourself. Yes. So it's finally the class 4 of this course about urban sketching, and I'm not going to tell you more about urban sketching this time because it has been 3 classes up to now that we have been trying onto this art technique and learning different techniques. And most importantly, the fun fact about this course that personally is my obsession is that we use a really basic sort of art material. Okay, so a basic paper and a basic black pen, gel pen, ball pen, just very basic. So something which is bare minimum is what we use and create something really amazing out of it. So I also try to depict this depict this concept that I would propose it to be like, you don't need very specific art materials if you need to make a piece of art. Okay, so it is not always necessary that you need some specific art materials all the time. You can, I'm sure, find some good substitutes, or you can try managing with the art materials that you already have. Okay, so I think urban sketching was also developed on this idea only that we use basic art materials and we can just create a lively piece of art. Okay, so if you already know the concept of urban sketching, we do live sketching, we do practical sketching, but that is of course not possible for us. So we just try to sketch with the pen only, or later after this course completes, you can probably take out some reference pictures and try sketching out the same onto paper with this technique. So I think this is the best form of art where art materials are not extremely crucial. They are open and versatile to the uses of art materials. Okay, so this can be practiced at your personal levels as well. I mean, if you are attending any XYZ classes on YOLO. Okay, and for example, you did not maybe find some particular art material. So that may not be the reason that you skip that particular class. Okay, so try finding substitutes to it, or maybe if you don't have a particular art material for that class, you can just simply watch that class for the joy of watching and learning it. And then when you have the art materials available with you, you can just create that for yourself. Okay, so I just wanted to put this or depict this in such a way that art materials are not always crucial for making a piece of art. You can just try out something with the things which are available with you. Okay, so I hope you all are good to get started. And also, if you're enjoying the classes on Uolo, please do invite your friends as well. Ask them to join in the classes, and together you all can enjoy. Okay, so this is the last class of this course, and everybody, each and everybody who has attended all the previous classes and made the submissions for all the previous classes is going to receive a certificate by the end of this course. So I hope that you are one of those that have attended the previous classes and also made your submissions consistently. Okay, so on that note, if you guys are ready for the class to get started, I want quick thumbs ups. Okay, final thumbs ups for this class. Okay, yes, so I'm calling in for final thumbs up for this class, for this course of urban sketching. So final thumbs up. Come on, everybody attending today's class, I need a thumbs up from you in the chat section, in the comment section, that you guys are ready with your art materials. Art materials are bare minimum, of course, but give me a thumbs up if you're ready for the class to begin. Yes, come on, quickly. Giving you 10 seconds of time limit. I want quick thumbs ups coming in, and then I'm going to share the screen. So first give me a thumbs up so that I get an indication that it's a good time to start as well. Okay, awesome. Everybody, come on, give me a thumbs up, give me a bright smile. Yes, so it's the last class. Let's begin on a very, very, very bright note. So I want a very, very, very bright smile. Okay, so I have got good number of thumbs ups. I see some smiling faces. Not everybody is smiling. Come on, everybody, give me a nice bright smile, and then I'm going to share the screen and we should all get started. Okay. So let's share the screen right here. I hope you can see the screen as well. So urban sketching, last class of this course, the 4th class of this course. I hope we all are ready. Okay, awesome. So I hope that you guys are already aware that we are going to sketch a cityscape in today's class. So let us all begin. So just kind of enjoying this art technique in today's class. So basic art material, if you could see, I have a sketchbook over here, size A5. That is white colored paper, and the pen is a black gel pen that I would be using. For you, it could be any size of paper. It could be a plain white sheet. It could be a colored sheet. It could be a sheet of notebook. Totally fine. Okay, so I think you might have got the drill now that I keep giving substitutes to even the bare minimum of art materials. Okay, so make sure that you have any of these, a white sheet of paper, any size of colored sheet. Okay, or if you don't have these, I'm sure you are having a notebook at your place, so just go grab a sheet from your notebook. You can use that as well. Okay, and of course a black pen. If you don't have a black pen, you can use a ball pen, a regular pinpoint pen, regular gel pens that we use for writing. You can use those as well. Okay, so on that note, just 2 basic art materials that we require, and now let us get started. Okay, so first of all, please be careful that we need to place the sketchbook or the sheets that you have in a portrait mode. Okay, so just place your journals, or place your sketchbooks, or place your sheet of paper in the portrait mode, in the horizontal mode. Okay, so this is the horizontal mode that I've placed the sheet into. Let's quickly see this. So this is how I just turn the side, place it in the portrait mode. Okay, the horizontal mode is called as the, it is called as the landscape mode. Okay, so place it in the landscape mode. I'm sorry, I was just speaking it as portrait, but this is the landscape mode. Okay, so the horizontal manner, that is the landscape manner. Okay, awesome. So now let's just get started. I'm quickly repeating it because I just made a very tiny mistake. That was, this is the landscape mode and not the portrait mode. So place it in the horizontal manner and not in the vertical way. Okay. And just begin by drawing a horizontal line roughly at the center part of the sheet. So horizontal line going all the way towards the central part of the sheet. And if you see, even for me, the line is not exactly perfect, not exactly straight. So I'm avoiding the use of any kind of tools over here to just enjoy the essence of urban sketching. Okay, so you can just go about in parts. You can maybe start from the central part and keep extending it towards the ends, and that is how you can get a roughly straight line. Okay, so I'm going to repeat it again. So this is the horizontal line that I'm trying to create, and if you see, I'm being very light with the pressure on the pen. Okay, and then when I feel that the line is good enough to go ahead with, I'm gonna just darken it a little bit. Okay, just like this. So I hope you have drawn this horizontal line. Then we need to draw two diagonal lines, but this would be a little at an angle. So make sure you carefully have a look at this. So I start again from one part of this line and draw this kind of a diagonal line, a slant line. The same on the opposite side and in the opposite direction. So the line should be such that the when it is near to the horizontal line, it has the least amount of gap, and when it reaches towards the end of the paper, it has the most amount of gap. Okay, so I'm going to quickly repeat it. Let's start. This is the first diagonal line, and then this is the second diagonal line. You can be absolutely rough. If you see, even for me, the lines are not straight, but just enjoying the process over here. Just give an inner lining again. Okay, so just an inner lining. All right, there we go. So just an inner lining right here. So you can just darken some parts of the line if you want, and you already know how do we darken some parts. We make it a little thick, we overdraw it multiple times to make it look a little thicker and a little darker as well. Okay, let's start from the top portion. And as I said, we are creating a cityscape in today's class. So a city can never go without roads and tall, large buildings. Okay, so we have already created the road here. Let's create a beautiful scenic view of the city and the buildings and the tall buildings, smaller buildings, medium-sized buildings, all of it over here. Okay, so let's begin from one part. Simple buildings, just start by creating a vertical line and then followed by a rectangle. Okay, so first a rectangle, just like this, if you could see it here. So this is the first rectangle that I've drawn, and all of these buildings should be above the horizontal line. Okay, so not beyond this. So this horizontal line is your boundary to create the buildings. Please do not go beyond this. Okay, you can just give it a little cubic view if you want. This is how we give a cubic view to it, a little dimensional view to it. Okay, don't worry, I'll repeat it for you. Let's start from here. So I hope you have created the first rectangle shape right over here. And then you just have to draw two slant lines like this. Okay, so just like this. So this is the rectangle, and just two slant diagonal lines parallel to each other is what we create. Okay, and then we again create a vertical line and then a horizontal line to join these diagonal lines. Okay, awesome. So we have created this building over here. Let's go ahead, add a few more different sized buildings. So you can be extremely random over here. play with the sizes, play with the shape, play with the sizes as I am doing over here. I'm making some buildings a little, thicker, larger, some which are very thin. Okay, and for the windows, you can just play around like scribbles, simple lines. If you see, I'm making just simple lines for the windows. Don't be very, very perfect over here. Use a scale and draw those squares. Just be pretty rough, okay? So it would be like a quick sketch that we're trying to make. So just creating these buildings over here. The windows which I'm creating. And then for the other part, you can just give a cluster of these slant lines. So everything over here is going to be about playing with the lines. Okay, so different kind of scribbles that we're just going to do, and then those scribbles would end up looking like a masterpiece. Okay, so just enjoy yourself while you're creating this. And the thing over here is very simple, that just play with the sizes of rectangle. If you want to add the cubic or the dimensional part of the building, you can add those dimensions to few of them. What do I mean by dimensions? The one that you see here, the slant lines and the um, reverse part of the building that we're trying to create. You can add few in these if you want. And you can also play with the sizes of the windows, shapes of the windows. So for example, if you see here, I'm giving these rectangle windows and I'm giving it on both sides this time. Okay, so just try coming up with new kind of concepts. And probably if you are just attending this class by sitting at the window, you can probably take some inspiration around you, see the windows of the building that is there around you. You can try creating that as well. So that would be the true essence of urban sketching. Okay, just creating these windows all over and then filling in with the ink to make it a little darker. Okay, awesome. So just go ahead, keep enjoying this, play with the sizes of the building, the shapes of the building. Okay, so I'm going to continue this right for the area till we reach the end, till we reach towards the other part. Okay, so if you see, I'm also overlapping the buildings over here. So I'm trying to overlap those by creating some behind, creating some in front of them. So you can also try this technique if you like it. And probably you should try this to give it a more authentic look. Okay, so if you just spot this particular building over here, I'm just overlapping it with the front buildings that you see. And as you see, I'm also playing with the shapes over here. You can also do this. You can keep adding buildings behind, just randomly start by creating the rectangles. So if you see, even I'm being pretty random. I'm not giving any much, thought or attention to it. I'm just roughly scribbling it right here. Okay, awesome. So just keep continuing this. Keep continuing this and we'll follow the same technique to reach towards the other part of it. Keep adding windows of different sizes. You can also experiment with the number of windows which are there in one particular row. So if you see, for the first building, there were 4 windows in a row. Now for this particular building, there's only one window in that particular row. That there's only one window on one floor. And for this one that you see here, there are 3 windows for one floor. So you can just experiment with those as well. And that's how you need to move forward to the other part. Okay, awesome. So keep using that. I've just created a light texture over here. Just a light texture, not very, very fancy, just light scribbles at that area. Okay, so just very basic, just playing around with the buildings and of course the windows over here. So for one, you can just give simple horizontal lines as the part of the building. You can probably draw some windows in between. So I'm being pretty random over here. I'm not giving much thought. I'm just drawing. Okay. Awesome. So keep going ahead in that way only. You can give longer windows just like you see it here. So I've given a slightly longer part of the window over here. Okay. So let's continue. Let's move ahead. We're almost there. If you also want to add some trees, you can add some tree in between, but I would like to fill this entirely with the help of buildings only. So I'm not going to do much of it. If you want to add trees here and there randomly, you can just do it as well. But try to make it compact. Okay, so don't, leave a lot of gap. Try to make it compact so that it looks a little detailed as well. Okay. All right. So let's quickly add the windows to all of these buildings. Okay, so just going ahead with the windows. You already have a cityscape getting ready over here, and I'm totally excited to see what does the final picture look like. Okay. Let's add the windows. So if you see, I'm just adding some tiny, clusters of lines here and there to just add a little shadow effect. Okay, so if you spot this area over here, right here, I've just added a cluster of these lines over here on top, just like a shadow. I'm also sure that you are aware about this technique of adding shadows because that is what we have learned in the previous classes. I'm not consuming more of time onto explaining those. I'm sure you understand that a lot better now. So you can also just randomly add some shadows to the buildings. Okay, let's continue with the windows almost onto the last building. If you see, I'm not being very perfect with the windows as well. I'm just simply creating a cluster of line. Let's add this line to the central road to make it look a little more detailed. Okay, so that was the road that we created right in the center. Okay, so just random scribbles, and this is what we created in today's class, a beautiful cityscape. We can see all tall, different sizes of buildings in front, and there's a road that leads to this city. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed this class, enjoyed scribbling with me, had a nice fun time, and this marks the end of this course about urban sketching. I'll be really happy to see your submissions, and beyond that, I would be really happy if you could use this technique anytime you visit a specific place. Okay, so maybe if you're going on a vacation next month, you can just use this technique. Please don't forget to carry a notebook and a pen with you so that you can create a live sketch. Do not focus much on the quality, focus much on the way you enjoy this art form. And yes, so that marks the end of this class. I had a fun time sharing all of these urban sketching techniques with you. I'm sure you might have enjoyed this as well and learned a lot from it. On that note, that's it for today. That's it for this course. Please, if you have any kind of specific demands for what courses you would want to attend, what specific art courses would you want to attend, please drop them down in the comment section and we'll surely try to come up with those. Okay, so make sure you drop all of your suggestions in the comment section. Until next time, bye-bye, take care and keep creating. Okay.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app